the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. Matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Ducks will kick it off to get us underway. So Ohio State's offense will get the first swing of the game. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When the receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
Fires it incomplete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Comes out throwing on first down. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. That last completion sets them up on second down. The play action fake. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Dropping back, it's Sayin. It's caught. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to get to it. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He leaves it with his back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Corners are going to bail. Hines is back in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Oregon's offense will go to work for the first time today. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
Hand off from the gun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Shakes off the defender. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
The give to the back. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. The Ducks line it up with a 1st and goal. On the option. Now the toss. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
They're going to run it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the big fella. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. They'll line up for a second down play. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Now facing a 3rd and long. to the air. It's Sayin. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's got his man.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Going up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Finds his big tight end. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry up. Looking to throw it again. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. Offense set on first down. He'll keep it himself. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that's not the option they were looking for. You know, you want to run that option and maybe pitch the football, but that play looked dead from the jump, and the QB had nowhere to go.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Now the play fake. Unloads it downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. He's looking downfield to throw. And they got him for the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Line gets set, first down. The inside handoff. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The offense set for a first down play. They're going to ride this running back. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. The toss sweep to the right. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's. Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
And when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is safe.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Ducks decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After misfiring, it's second down. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Finds his tight end. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yet, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested.
He lost one down the sideline. He's got it all right. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Wants to throw on first down. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. Into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
They're bringing heat. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be to find the first down marker, but they'll go for it on fourth down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Shoots it to the left. He's got him wide open. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Throwing to the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He's going to pass on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Makes the pass. And his throw is incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
They'll throw it on first down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get a huge loss on that play.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And it's right down the boulevard. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the inside. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The run from the shotgun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Will they keep it on the ground again here on third down? They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
I love RPOs. It puts the defense in such a bind. Are they handing it off? Are they throwing the football? How quickly can I commit to this? And you see with the RPO, it just freezes the defense for a half a second. It allows the offensive line to set those blocks up, and they're able to go get the first.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the back. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They're going to test the right side with this one.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders. You're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over. And you saw it on that one.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Fires left. Reacted well to the tip and just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Look, it's Sayin, and he's hit and taken down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll try to make up for that last one on 2nd and 15. It's complete to the left. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Makes the grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They want to throw it. Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is just what you want. You get a 1st and goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss. Put them out of an easy running situation. Nice.
Touchdown, Ohio State. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. Now on the move. He's not going to make it. The defense stops the 2-point try, and this is still a 5-point game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Here comes the option. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Now on the option. Quick toss. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Here comes the offense on second down. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after and was able to make the tackle for loss.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off the blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the marker.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Fair catch, called for and made. Final play of the quarter coming. Leaves it with the back. And he'll be stopped for no gain on the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there?
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing his mitts up there, catching the football.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. He wants to throw it again. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the... Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. A little bit more to go after that last completion. formation. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
The defense has had some bad stuff happen to them today, but one bright spot for them has been the pass rush. They've shown the ability to get after the opposing quarterback.
A sky-high punt. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. All by himself down the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. He's moving out of the pocket. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown Ducks! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own. So you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. 1st down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Offense at an empty set. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. This time on target.
What a play by the defense. I'll tell you, every time that guy gets the ball in space, the entire stadium holds their breath because of his game-changing speed. That is an outstanding job of an open field tackle in a 2-minute situation with the lead.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Quick strike complete.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to throw here on second down. He finds his man. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. From the red zone, looking for a space. Shoots it to the left. He's got it on the run. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. They're going to go for two here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. Marches ahead. He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Throwing right. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The receivers often will run their route based on the side adjustment. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Four quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
So here comes our first play of overtime.
3:25.
They'll start this drive with a pass. He finds a dead spot in the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Here comes first and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Field is condensed. Not a lot of room to work with here on 3rd and goal in overtime. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And he lays out and snags it down the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. They strike first here in overtime. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll leave it with him. Makes his man miss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. 1st and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Oregon! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie. And they tacked on the extra point. Here in the 2nd overtime, they'll snap it on 1st down. They go to the ground. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They'll give it to the back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Here's the handoff. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Touchdown, Ducks! Got it in to take the lead here in the 2nd OT.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
PAT unit on the field. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now in the 2nd overtime, you must go for the 2-point conversion. Wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge overtime turnover. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking to pass. It's Sayed. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On second down, looking to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They are up against it, a third and long, needing a touchdown here in overtime. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. One more stop by this defense wins it. Fourth and long in overtime. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, and it's intercepted. A turnover in overtime. And the takeaway is the exclamation point. The game saver for the win. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free.